Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Welcome back for another video. Today we're talking about silver stacking on a budget, how you can still accumulate plenty of silver, even if you're not rich, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. There are things you can do to adjust your financial situations, maybe cut out some things, some unnecessary expenses that you have on your day-to-day lifestyle to accumulate silver and invest or preserve your wealth into something that has actual value for potential in the future financial freedom. A lot of people think that you have to have a lot of money to buy silver. I mean, I do get it, watching YouTube videos where people are unboxing hundreds of ounces or showing their several thousand ounce full stack videos. That might not be you, and I'm not saying that can't be you. It's just everyone has different financial situations, but that should not hold you back, or that should not put you in a box thinking that you can't ever invest into something or ever be in that situation one day, because anyone who's buying silver is 99% more rich, or is more rich than 99% of the population, because silver is real value. Even if people have thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in their bank account in fiat currency, with the way the dollar is, collapsing due to hyperinflation, even if you have 5 ounces of silver, who has more wealth in the long term? A couple years down the line, who knows what can happen, especially if you are starting to budget, set goals, start to accumulate silver little by little. It can add up and it will add up. So you do not have to be rich to invest in silver. There's plenty of options, and you can even diversify on a budget. You don't have to just buy generics. There are situations, there's tons of different coins. Certain coins that come out, right when they get released are a lot cheaper than down the line. So I'm sure a lot of you guys probably know that you do want your core stack to be the lowest premium silver possible, whether it's generics, American Eagles, to lower your dollar per cost average. Dollar per cost means however much you're spending per ounce of silver. So if a lot of people are buying pandas, or say I'm buying a lot of pandas and kookaburras and high premium silver, my dollar per cost next to spot price is pretty high. But if I'm correlating that to someone who buys a lot of generics and cheap, their dollar per cost is lower. They're paying their core stack. They've spent less money to accumulate more ounces than me. I'm spending maybe $20, $25 to get an ounce, where they're spending $15, $16 an ounce. So they're lowering their dollar per cost average. And you can do that even if you already have a lot of premiums. The moment you start buying cheaper silver and buying better deals and finding discounts, or buying in bulk, you're lowering your dollar per cost average. So let's say you go to Starbucks and spend $5 a day on Starbucks. You could just make coffee at home, save that $5 per day, and at the end of every month, you can buy silver. So $5 a day, there's 30 days in a month. That's $150. So instead of buying that $5 Starbucks every day, save that $150 at the end of the month and purchase 10, 11, 12, 13 ounces of silver with that money instead. And you can see how quick that can add up in 6 months. That's almost 100 ounces of silver, which is way more than most people ever will accumulate in their lifetime. So you can see how this can work. And not just Starbucks, whether it's going out and eating, maybe start cooking at home, maybe stop spending money for unnecessary clothes or whatever it is, cigarettes. I know a lot of people that quit cigarettes because it was just too expensive, and now they put it towards silver. So you don't have to be rich to do this. Make a goal. Goals are a perfect thing. I have a goal, and you could say maybe 5 ounces of silver a month, or maybe 10 ounces of silver a month. And if you think about it, 6, 7 months down the line, you have a nice core stack. You have a lot more silver than most people will ever have. Almost everyone, actually. Um, so make goals, write out your budget, put away, make it realistic. You don't want to be spending so much money on silver that you can't even feed your kids at night, or you're struggling to pay your bills. Be responsible. It's not a it's not a race to the finish line. It's a journey. It's a journey. 5 ounces over time, even though it might seem like a little bit, in a couple months that will add up, and it definitely will pay off. You can also adjust your stack and goals on your individual situation. Everyone has different financial situations. Everyone has different income, different buying time frames, different selling time frames, live in different parts of the world, have better resources or opportunities to purchase silver from your local coin shop, etc. So, adjust it according to you. This is a very individual type of situation. I know it when you're looking at these huge unboxings, whether it's Silver Slack or unboxing like 500 ounces of Jaeger's poured silver or MK bars or something. I know that can be like you could be like, man, I wish that was me. Well, you can have that much as well. It just might take you a little bit longer, but this time is irrelevant in this case. Use that to your advantage where you can just go at a pace, and eventually you will get there one day, just maybe not as quick. But it's not a race to the finish line anyways. It's a journey. You will start to adjust your stack. When I started, I liked poured silver. Then I started liking constitutional silver. Then I started liking coins like pandas. So I've adjusted, over time you start liking different coins. So you don't want to just purchase all in from the get-go thinking that's what you're going to like, because a couple months down the line you might not like any of those coins. You might switch your stack up. So diversifying is still necessary, and it's natural. It's healthy to want to venture off and see what type of silver you like and which direction you want to take your stack. That's normal. Um, so I started, when I started, I used to think that I had to manipulate everything and I had to, have this amount, and I wanted to buy these types of coins and I had to have MS70, blah, blah, blah. That's not how it is. You will become more lenient, more relaxed over time. I know in the beginning it's so overwhelming. You see all these stacks on YouTube and you want your stack to be pristine and to have the most profit. Over time you will become more laxed and it won't be as stressful to you. In the beginning, I do get it because you're finding out about the silver and how it can save you from financial freedom, and you want to make sure that you're taking your full advantage of the situation. But you will slow down. That's also your prime time to watch out for overspending, because when you do see all that, you do want to accumulate because you feel like silver is going to jump up to $100 tomorrow. So you want to make sure you can get as much ounces or as many ounces as you can as fast as possible. And that's exactly how you will put yourself in bad situations. A lot of times making bad impulse purchases, losing a lot of money on coins, not realizing that you can wait for deals, or some coins appreciate slower than others and you don't realize that because you're not as educated. So definitely understanding this, doing research, figuring out which coins have the most potential is very important. There is no wrong way to stack. If you're buying even 1 ounce of silver at a time, you're putting yourself into a huge advantage over most of the world with investing into assets that have intrinsic value. And remember that, there's no wrong way to buy. As long as you're purchasing silver, and if you like it, if you like that coin, no matter what that coin does in the future, you have that coin that you like and you can pass it down, whether you're doing it for retirement, for a hobby, for a quick flip to make an extra buck. As long as you're purchasing silver, you are in the clear for doing something or setting yourself up for potential success or potential wealth, because this is a hobby to me, but it also is a way for me to become financially independent, not relying paycheck to paycheck, especially if I do budget correctly, and I'm setting myself up for financial freedom in the future. 20, 30 years down the line when I'm looking to sell, I will be much more well off. And if you think about, like, a lot of times I'm like, okay, I just got a $1,200 paycheck. If I put away $300 in silver, I only have $900 now. Well, that's not true. I still have that $300 of silver, which is also money. So it's where you're using money to buy more money. So it's not like you're buying it on clothes that you're going to throw away, or you're not going to, be able to fit in a couple of years, or spending it on stupid stuff, on junk. You're still transferring your wealth into a different asset. So even if you are buying silver, you still have that same amount of money, which is a cool way to look at it, and it really helps me. It really helps me be able to justify when I make purchases. It's like, at least if I spend this $100 or $200 on silver, at least I'm still accumulating wealth as you know, as in regards to spending it on Starbucks or a new pair of shoes that I'm gonna wear out in a couple months from skateboarding in them or whatever the case is. So just try to remember that as well. You know, this is a journey. It's not a destination. Your stack will adjust. You will change your opinions. You will change your interests over time. Just really just remember that this is bigger than just making money. Some people it is, and that's good for you, but you will learn a lot about yourself and your interests, and you can also teach others as well, not only for the history of the coins, but also learning how to figure out the direction you want to go in your life, whether it's the financial freedom aspect or passing it down to your grandkids, going out metal detecting, teaching your kids what these coins mean or the value of silver or the economy and how the economy works and how what hyperinflation is or what spot price means, whatever the case is, you know, you will learn a lot more and you can teach a lot more about the economy, about financial freedom, what intrinsic value means, and it becomes it becomes a really good learning experience for you and others around you, and just brings awareness to the reality of the world and how the world works on a on an entire global spectrum, not just for you know the U.S. Mint or American Eagles, but you know pandas and kookaburras and what coins mean and how constitutional silver is with face value and what that means and how to calculate how much silver is in a junk silver in a 90% silver coin. You know, there's so many directions you can go, and it really is amazing. And I learned so much more than I intended to when I got into this, and that's some of the benefits of this. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys stack on a budget? What is your budget? You don't have to share, you know, numbers, you know, but I do think that this is an important topic, and I'm glad I was able to, you know, spark this discussion with you guys, because I definitely think it's something that you need to be aware of, because it can be very detrimental, but also it also can be very helpful and beneficial. But anyways, this was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my other videos. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.